Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge on a Monday. Yeah, man, I'm still fighting this bronchitis, and I'm starting to think that StreamYard got bronchitis too, man, because they won't let your boy be great for some reason, man. I am catching hell with the streaming service right now. So if you guys would be so patient, man, and work with us, but let everybody know we're on. Share it with a friend. Hey, Kane 4L, let's go.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly, 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We Iron Elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Water up, y'all the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it. I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know I hardly did it. I'm real naughty with it. My ride clean when it bling. I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it get it. I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down and split it. Backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lanes riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll the world down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up, big sword. You in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey again, everybody. Welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge, man. It's a Monday edition, man. Yes, we are talking motorcycle riding, specifically long distance motorcycle riding, man. So for everybody who's rocking with us, man, I apologize. I don't get what's going on with StreamYard, man. StreamYard is giving your boy the blues, but we're going to try to thunder through this thing. We're going to try to work through this thing and keep this thing rocking, man. So for everybody that's on with us this evening, thank you for spending a little time with us. I know you could be anywhere. And then with Doc J, I know you are anywhere. Hey, man, so be safe. All my riders are out there on the I-10 doing their thing, man. Rest, hydrate, because the 10 out there 10ing. But anyway, man, the reason that we're here today, man, we're going to be talking about the father-law. The father's edition. Lord Jesus, that's going to make this a long day. But we're talking about the Father's Edition, man. This was the Father's Day edition, man. We had a son and father go across the 10. Man, it was the Buffalo Soldiers edition. And, man, I'm just telling StreamYard is trying to make sure your boy ain't great. But anyway, man, we're going to bring him on, and we're going to talk about the epic ride across the I-10. They went coast to coast, man. So we're going to bring him on, man, and see how they're doing. So y'all hang tight. Let's see what we got. Family, gentlemen, how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing good. Blessed to be here.
Hey, man, StreamYard got coronavirus, man. I don't know what the hell wrong with it, bro. But we're going to thunder through. And just for this episode, gentlemen, from what I'm experiencing, I'm the only person on my side that's having any issues. So if for some reason you lose me and you're talking, keep talking. I'll refresh and I'll get back. I apologize. I've been sending emails to StreamYard trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this thing. And hopefully I'll get it together. But anyway, gentlemen, so we've been back now for what, some 2 weeks?
Yeah, about
Been
2
about
weeks.
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, yeah.
Man, it feel like y'all the OG edition, man. It seem like y'all made that ride like months and months ago, man. But it's only been 2 weeks, huh?
That's it.
Yep.
Holy smoke. So let's do this before we get the show started, man. Let's introduce ourselves. Tell the world a little bit about ourselves. So we're going to go with you, Mr. P, if you don't mind. We'll let you go first.
Okay, that's no problem. I'm Mr. P, and the real name is George J. Pierce. I'm from Surrey, Virginia, a little small town, but it's a great town.
That's what's up.
And I'm married to a beautiful wife, Marie, and I'm also retired from the Army and from the government.
Thank you for your service, sir.
I'm just doing my thing, just living a life good. So, and I like riding motorcycles, and I like being in the Buffalo Soldiers Club. It's a real nice organization. Feel brotherly love and sisterly love. You can't get none more better than that. So,
man, shout out to them Buffalo Soldiers, man. Hey, Mr. P, I got questions for you, Mr. P. I got questions. How long have you been with Buffalo Soldiers, sir?
I've been with Buffalo Soldiers. I was riding with them I've been with them for about 10 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Hey, man, and I'm telling you, we've had quite a bit of Buffalo Soldiers come across to do the I-10 to the end, man. Y'all ride motorcycles in Buffalo Soldiers, man. Y'all
We
do.
ride them.
Yeah.
We definitely ride them.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, okay. So who else we got? Who the young fella behind you? Who the young fella next to you?
That's my son.
Yeah.
And it's great to have good people with you, especially your son. He looked out for me, and I sort of sounded like looked out for him, but we looked out for each other and had a good time. So, further ado, that's my son Travis, old man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, old man, how did you get the name Old Man?
Well, I
Even
guess
though you were young man.
Yeah, I guess it was a joke at the time, man. I was the youngest. I was one of the youngest people in the nation when I first joined, back in 2013. So, so they just gave me the name Old Man because they said I acted like one and I like to hang around with them. So, so it was a little play on words, man, but it's all good.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Hey, sir, are you married?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And you got children?
No children.
No children yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. P, do you have? Well, of course you got children. Do you have grandchildren? Any grandchildren at all?
Yes, I have two. I have three grandchildren, the most beautiful grandchildren you ever want to see. They're nice. Yeah. I got two boys. I got a set of twins, which is boys, and I got a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So two of my the twins, they're getting their master's degree in December, this coming December. Wow. And my granddaughter already has her master's, but she's working on her becoming a doctor.
Wow. Outstanding. Hey, you give me hope for the future, Mr. P. You give me hope for the future. Because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I ain't gonna start this, but sometimes I look at sometimes I say, oh my God, we're in trouble. But when I see situations like you and old man and how you guys are rocking, man, I think, man, there might be a chance for the future, man. But I'm gonna say,
Well, we're gonna be I'm gonna be celebrating my 51st anniversary in April of next year. Wow. So I've been married for 51 years in April. We're just celebrating our 50th year. So
let me
I'm
do
happy.
this. Let me do this, sir. Because some of us can't stay together for 51 days. We can't do 51 days, man. Here y'all are thinking y'all could do 51 years, man. I keep telling everybody, man, look here. Marriage is one day at a time.
Yes, it is.
One day at a time, man. It's 51 years of one day at a time victories.
It's a give and
Sometimes
take
you ain't gonna
thing.
win.
It's a
Yeah,
give and
sometimes
take
you ain't
thing.
gonna win. But the thing is to try to understand you ain't always gotta win. Sometimes you just
That's true.
let it go. Hey, let it go. So I know my wife is watching this. So wife, if Mr. P did it, there's hope for us, baby. And I need you to come on because your husband's sick. Hey, but anyway, fellas, let's get it going, man. And again, for everybody that's out there that's watching with us, who rocks with the Iron Elite Podcast Show, I know this is not something that I'm used to. It is really getting on my nerves with StreamYard. And I'm hoping to God to get this fixed here soon. I don't know what the heck is going on, but we having really problems with the streaming system. But we're going to get into the show, and we're going to talk about these gentlemen epic rides. So gentlemen, whose idea was this to do have you guys done a father and son ride this far before?
No, I think the furthest we have been together was Houston, Texas. We went to one of our national conventions for the Buffalo Soldiers out there, and I think Houston was our furthest one. The furthest I personally rode was Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that was pretty much 40 all the way out there and 40 all the way back. Like I said, the longest we went to Jacksonville and to Houston. That's probably about the longest. We went to Canada too. We rode up
Okay.
together.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
so-
long. Yeah, Canada's long.
Yeah.
So okay,
Went up to Detroit.
so this was just the next step in the evolution, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And I kind of tricked him in doing it because he didn't
Did
actually
you?
know what was going on. I
Right.
told him, hey, look, and I kind of explained it to him, but
Yeah.
so I kind of tricked him into going. So he didn't actually know what it was all about. He kind of knew a little bit about it, but by the time he figured it all the way out, it was too late. So I already got him back.
So Mr. B, what'd you think when he said, "Hey, Dad, let's go from VA, right, Virginia, right,
Yep, Virginia.
to Jacksonville, all the way to California, back home to VA"? What were you thinking?
Well, he didn't quite explain it to it like that. He said that, how would you like to go to get the 100 miles and get that
Butt patch.
the iron butt pay badge, go 100 miles, 1,000 miles in one day. I said, well, let me think about it. And then I thought about it, and I said, yeah, why not? Why not? I can hang for 1,000 miles. So
Yeah.
we and then when I got down to Jackson, before we got down to Jacksonville, Florida, he said, well, we're gonna actually not do that. We're gonna do something else.
Wow.
From I-10 to the end.
Wow.
I said, what is that? What is that? And he said, you take Highway 10 all the way to California. I said, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. I might be able to do that. So that's how it came up to be. And then we made a good thing about telling my wife about it. And she has a sister down in California.
Okay.
And so she said, I want to go down there. Y'all going to California. I'm gonna go down there too, and I'll meet y'all down there.
Yeah.
And so at Long Beach, California. So we that's what happened. She met us down there. My son and his wife met down there at Long Beach, and we had a great time after this here ride.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm just like D Bell, man. Just a little more than that. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. If my kids would have done that to me, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? Yeah, Dad, we just gonna go 1,000 miles. But really, he tell you, Dad, we finna get about 6,000 miles when it's all said and done.
Yes. He didn't tell me that. But all worked out good. It was something like my wish or my what I wanted to do. I wanted to go ride my motorcycle to California, and I did from the Atlantic to the Pacific. I wanted stick my feet in the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
And that's what I did. So
Wow.
I got my bucket list, one of my things off my bucket list. So
Wow. That's fabulous, man. Well, you guys know when I met you down in Jacksonville, man, I was so intrigued with your ride, man. I was like, wife, they making me feel like there's hope for the future for me. Cause I ain't gonna lie, you know, I turned 60 here in a couple months, and some days I feel like I'm 90. I ain't lying to you. You know, some days mentally I feel like I'm young, but sometimes when you roll out of bed, you're like, ooh, man. But here you are at Mr. P. If you don't mind, how old are you, sir? If you don't mind.
I'm 76, and I'll be 77 this year.
Holy
I'll be 77
moly,
in December.
man! And here you out here riding motorcycles like this, man. What you doing?
It's
What you
easy.
doing?
It's easy.
Wow, man! I'm telling you.
Hey, Sarge, he was brought up in the Jim Crow era, man. They built different back then, man.
Facts, man. You know, we got
Built
guys,
different back then.
man, we got guys in their 30s could barely ride the chitlin circuit, man. And talking about they ground pounders, man.
Yeah, man. He did a great job, man. He did a great job. He pushed. He never complained. I'm proud of him. He did a great job.
I'm just saying, man.
Fighting that desert, he did a great job.
Yeah, it's just fabulous, man. I'm just taking it back. So y'all forgive me, man. Everybody that's out listening to me, man. I'm just. This was the most. And fellas, I don't say this. This is not hyperbole. This was the most exciting ride for me because I was anxious. I was excited. You don't know what you're gonna get, but somehow I felt like you guys had y'all stuff together. And I'm gonna say this before we get into the story. We've had some 300 and close to about 370 riders. And over time, you can kind of see based off some questions and things, you can see who's probably gonna do pretty good. And you're gonna probably see who's gonna have some issues. You don't know it, it's not a science. You just kind of go based off gut feeling sometimes. But you don't know. But when you guys pulled off, I was so excited for you guys. And I said, this is going to be the ride of a lifetime. And this is something I'm really intrigued about because to get the opportunity to ride with your son, to get the opportunity to ride with your dad and do, as Mr. P was talking about, a bucket list type thing where we're riding clear across the country. We're sticking our feet in the Pacific Ocean. This is probably telling me I probably should not run my mouth because StreamYard is not going to do me a good job. But anyway, fellas, so let's get into the ride. How do we prepare? Because this is something that old man kind of seemed like you finesse your dad into doing. How did you prepare and set things up for this ride for you guys?
Well, I mean, one thing about both of us, we keep our bikes, highway ready at all times. So I really wasn't too worried about that. At that part, man, it was just getting our bodies ready and our minds ready. And like I said, man, this guy, man, he just had cut up a whole tree, dropped it, cut it, split it, probably about 2 weeks earlier. So I knew he was in fighting shape. So I was kind of more worried about myself. But just hydrating, man, planning out the routes, getting familiar with kind of waypoints of things we wanted to hit going across the way. I knew San Antonio might have been just a little bit too much to chew, but I figured Houston could be, an achievable goal on the first day. So kind of planning it out, making sure gas stops and stuff, kind of like seeing where, we might have problems with gas and things like that. Just pretty much preparing mentally. That was my biggest thing. I kind of knew Daddy was going to be all right because he always out in the garden. We from the country. So I know he was going to be out. He's always out in the garden, cutting grass in the heat, cutting wood or whatever. So I knew he was going to be fine. So like I said, I knew the bikes was going to be fine. One thing about the wings, man, they roll. They don't need much but gas. So
and them gold wings get on my nerves, man. They get on my nerves. Yes, sir. I'm playing around. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much about it, man. You know, had God on our side. You know, we got a family that loves to pray. We knew it was gonna be all right.
You know, I had when you're traveling with anybody, two people, three people, one person, you have to let one person do the planning. Don't you try to interrupt his plan. If he got a plan, let him go with it. And that's what I did. I let him go with his plan. He asked me for some advice. I gave him some, and that was it. I didn't force nothing on him, and I ain't take nothing away from him. So I just went along with the program, and it worked out great. It worked out great. I'm in fairly good shape. I knew I was going on this trip, so I prepared myself with drinking plenty of fluids before we went on the trip. That's the main thing. Get yourself hydrated before you go anywhere, and you will do all right. And get your mind together too. If you get your mind together and get hydrated, you do pretty good.
I appreciate you saying that. You said, let one person plan the trip. Once they plan the trip, go along with the plan. Because it could be just very easy in a situation like this where you got egos that come in the side. And let's be honest, sons got egos, and sometimes fathers got egos. It's like, son, you sure we're supposed to do this? Or dad, you sure we're gonna do this way? But seemed like you guys had real good communication before and doing the ride. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And trust is paramount. Is that fair?
Right.
That is
Yeah.
definitely fair.
Because I'm sure your mom would have wanted to beat you down like it ain't nothing if something happened to her husband. So you had the weight of the world on your hands
yeah.
planning that trip. Is that fair?
Oh yeah. Yeah. She
Yeah.
said she made a comment several times. If you won't go on with me, you won't go on at all.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
do what the deal was.
Hey, I'm sure she probably said, if this go wrong, I'm gonna beat you down.
Yeah.
That's
Most
awesome.
definitely.
Yeah. So, because I know the first leg when you guys took out the first leg, I think your first leg was Houston. And I'm not gonna lie, Houston, for those that don't know, Houston to Jacksonville is some 880 miles. That's not child's play. That's grown folks miles coming out the gate. And when you guys told me Houston, because your first leg from Jacksonville to Houston.
Yep, from
Yes.
west side of Houston. I think it's called Katy. Katy.
Yes.
Yeah. We stopped
Yes,
in
man,
Katy.
that's far. That's
Oh, yeah.
far. When you guys said that, man, I said, oh, okay. They ain't playing no game. Because when you first told me, when I first heard you, I was expecting, I said, maybe they'll shut it down in New Orleans or somewhere in Lake Charles or somewhere. But when you guys told me Houston, I said, oh, okay, they some real motorcycle riders. They ain't playing no games with this thing. So you guys took it the first leg from Jacksonville to Houston. Coming from VA, was the weather about as close as it was in VA going across the panhandle this time of year? Or was it hotter?
I think it was pretty much about the same because it's hot and humid here. I mean, it seems like it's get worse and worse every year. In this section of Virginia we're at, but it didn't seem too bad. It was definitely doable. It definitely got hot probably like after that noon, at 1 or 2 o'clock time frame.
Oh yeah.
But the humidity was pretty high coming across there. But like you said, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. We didn't run into any rain or anything. Pretty much the whole way there on the 10. So it was just pretty much good weather. We try to start early in the morning too, to kind of soak all that cooler weather up for the hot weather. Then. So, but we're kind of used to those hot temperatures.
Right.
Hot temperatures through the Panhandle. And
Yeah.
through Mississippi and Alabama, that heat.
Yeah, the Panhandle's a different type of monster down there.
Yeah.
So what'd you think, Mr. P? How did you feel about the weather? I know you
Well-
like Daniel Boone. I know you like Daniel Boone, but how did you feel the first day coming out the gate? Did you Were you
the
cool?
first
It's like,
day,
man, this is mine. Get out.
yeah, the first day was he said, well, we're gonna try to make it to Houston, Texas. I said, okay. But we got on that panhandle in Florida. I thought we'd never get out of the panhandle in Florida. After we got out of that, we were running good. We ran good. And so we stopped. We used the restrooms, and then we get back on them and ride again. But the heat was tolerable. I didn't mind that none. And so when we got to Houston, I was glad to get off of it now and save my butt a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we done good. I wasn't tired or nothing. It was just my rear end was a little tired.
Mm-hmm.
But that was about it. But the ride and everything was great. The temperature so far wasn't bad at all.
Wow. So I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm still trying to figure it out because you guys went, and I was just a week behind you. I think I was about a week and a half behind you. And from what I saw, in just those few days, things changed really quick. And I don't want nobody to underestimate what these gentlemen went through. Yes, it was hot out there. It really was. And the panhandle, for those who have never rode the panhandle, Florida is long and it's boring. Is that fair?
Yes.
It's
That's
long and it's boring. There's nothing out there.
That's
But
what gets you that boring. It seems like you're going 100 miles an hour, but you're not getting anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do 100, but and this is the some of my California brothers who came to Jacksonville for the first time. They were coming from Cali and they hit the state sign right there on the panhandle, and man, they flexing by the sign, they doing muscle, but they didn't understand they got about another 6.5 hours.
Yeah, got a long way to go.
A long way to go. It's like, bruh, we didn't understand Florida was that dang long. Yes, sir, it is.
Both ways.
It's very long.
Both
It's very
ways.
long. Yeah.
Okay,
So gentlemen, I'm sorry, say again.
No, I'm saying it's long both ways, up and down and side to side.
Facts.
Yeah.
So gentlemen, let's take us this. Okay, so the first day we ride around, it's smooth, there's no issues. What time did we shut it down the first day?
It was 8:30 Houston time, which I guess 8:30 Houston time. I guess 9:30 Eastern. And so, like I said, we found the Cracker Barrel, stopped there, and at the Cracker Barrel, I found the room, and then which was right across the street from the Cracker Barrel, and we bedded down there.
Okay, so coming out the gate the first day, was there anything that you guys dealt with that you wasn't prepared for? Seemed like you pretty much were prepared. So, was there anything, maybe road conditions, maybe hey, do we have a good plan? Was our sleep plan good? Anything at all?
For me, not really. My gas mileage was all over the place. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know if because I was pulling the trailer or if I didn't have it loaded correctly or what. But my gas mileage was all over the place, man. I couldn't get it right. I don't know if it was a cruise control or couldn't get it, man. Sometimes I was getting 100. Sometimes I might get 150, 160 miles to a tank, and then sometimes, man, I was only getting like 120 miles to a tank. I really couldn't figure it out, man.
On Yoga, you were carrying a trailer?
Correct.
Towing a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mr. P, what was the track averaging? What were you doing on that?
My track was averaging about the same as his was.
Okay,
but the problem was, I think it was the gas. All gas is not the same. You can't tell me all gas is the same because we fill up at one place. The next we go a whole lot, go quite a few miles. Then we get to a next station and full up. We lose about 30 miles to a tank or something like that. So I don't think it was the trailer pulling it, but it could have been where he packed the trailer too. But we repacked the trailer and got that straight away. But the gas mileage still was kind of, flexible
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and it was frustrating back and forth. But uh, we got it together, sort of, because we started stopping at better gas station and getting
Yeah.
better gas, and we were getting better gas mileage.
You were going more for the chain gas stations, some of
Yeah,
the major chains.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, because one time, man, be quite honest, I think I only went 117 miles and my gas light came on. So
Yeah.
it was just fluctuating. But like you said, like Daddy said, man, we kind of stopped going to the Loves and the Flying J's, and we started going to more like the Exxons and the Shells and the Sunocos and things like that. And that seemed to give us better gas mileage, at the time. And the further west you go, the lower the octane anyway. So
So
um,
what do y'all run on the Gold Wings? Do y'all run premium or do you run regular? Or?
they call for 87, so they call for regular. They call for
Okay.
regular. Yeah,
Okay.
it's every so often I might put mid grade in it, just give it a little something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they take 87.
Do you guys ever use like maybe octane boost in it or anything like that? Or
No, I don't.
No,
okay.
no, I
Okay.
don't use the octane boost, and sometimes I might use like a stabilizer or like a fuel cleaner every
Right.
now and then, just to give it just a little
Right.
taste of something different, but
Right.
not necessarily the octane booster.
I
Now
use
So
on
a
my
what's
car, I do that.
I
So
use a I use a cup of I use a cup uh a cup of seafoam, and I dump that in, and I run that through the tank, and it seemed like it helped clean clean the
yeah,
jets and
practice
stuff
up.
out. The Yeah.
okay? So 117 to the tech, is that running about cruising about 80 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour?
I mean, it was no, we're going a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's pulling the trailer. And like I said, we was averaging anywhere from like 90, 95 miles an hour. Kind of like depends on the
Man, you
strip.
weren't supposed to get good gas mileage. You're doing 95 miles an hour. Stop it.
Hey,
You were supposed to get crappy gas mileage, man.
yeah.
Get out of here.
But that thing used to do a little bit better than
Yeah.
117, though, Sarge.
Yeah.
It do a little bit
Yeah.
better than 117. But but
Hey,
but
man.
hey, them bikes did the thing, man. And a lot of people don't think those trikes can get on down the road, man. But
Oh, they will.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. From the dig, it might come out kind of slow from the light, but once they catch up, they can hang.
Yeah.
So those California sidecars and them gold wing trikes, man, they can run pretty good.
Oh, they'll
So
get on the road, homie. They'll
yeah,
get on the road. Yeah, I've seen they work, man. They'll get on down the road, man. No, hey, no disrespect for them bad boys. They'll get it. If you
yeah,
get it, they'll get it. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what's up.
If anything
Okay.
to throw at it, you take it for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. So the first night we get in, we feeling victorious. We're on the other side of Houston now. We're in Katy. We pimping now. We pimping.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
is good. Everything went smooth. So we bed down. What time did we get up the second day to do our second leg? And what was the goal of a second leg?
So we got up about 6, but we didn't leave until about 7:30 or so.
Yeah.
We didn't really set a time. I didn't want to set a time like as far as to get up, just whatever time we felt comfortable to get up. That's when we hit it. Because what I didn't want to do is we set a time and then you be tired, and then you can't run like you want to run. So I'd rather just wake up at 6 or whatever time our bodies feel like we ready to roll. Go outside, ice the cooler down, look the bikes over, and get a little breakfast or whatever, and go ahead and hit it. So I think we left Katy about that 7:30 mark.
Yes.
Yep, and we pushed on through. So we really, I had a mark the first day of Houston. I really didn't have a mark the second day. I just wanted to go get it. Just wanted to make sure, he was feeling good, the bike was feeling good, and I was just going to, do that accordingly.
That's interesting. Okay, so the second day, we're west of Houston. We get into Katy. So the second day, you guys know. Man, the devil's just getting the best of me. So you guys know at this point, you're say west of San Antonio. There's a space out there for the audience. We call it the gauntlet. We don't call it a gauntlet because like the Devil's Highway or nothing. There's no special highway. It's just out there that's rural, very rural in Western Texas, and I'm sure you gentlemen can agree with me. So going from San Antonio. I'm starting to think that this thing only goes bad when I'm talking. So from San Antonio to El Paso, there's very rural area out there. There's not very many towns. There's not very many hospitals. And I'm talking about this area. So from this point, you guys are running about 117 to a tank. Was there some strategy that you guys had back there from San Antonio to El Paso? Because let's be honest, man, you probably talking about gas stations in some cases might be 80 miles in between each other. What was the strategy back there?
So what we did was by then I kind of had worked that gas problem out. We were stocking sort of like at the better gas stations. So yeah, so at that point we already kind of figured out that maybe the gas might have been a little bit bad.
Right.
So at that point we had kind of fixed the problem. So at that point I know I was getting at least 125 to 160. That's still a huge variation, but that's so.
Yeah.
So what I would do at each gas stop, I would scout out the next gas stop. I use like Google Maps, and kind of like go down I-10, and I would kind of like hit gas stations and kind of find out exactly how far they were. So if I could find one maybe like 115, 125 miles away, that would be our mark. And I kind of did that all the way from San Antonio all the way until El Paso. So I would kind of like at each gas stop, we'd fill up, we'd be getting fluids in us, and the whole time we getting fluids in us, I got Google Maps up, kind of like checking to see what's the next gas stop. That's like 115 to 120 miles away. Yeah. And sometimes I couldn't make that. So like sometimes, the gas station might have been 150, 160 miles away. So at that point, maybe we had to stop 80 miles, so to make it work. But sometimes we couldn't make that 120 miles. We had to stop stop 75 miles, fill up, and then maybe it's another one 125 miles away. So
because you guys could have definitely ran out of gas back there. Because even the cheat sheet you could have used I-Exit, of course, and then typically the Love's every 100 miles you'll run into a Love's gas station. But man, when you're doing 117, 125 to a tank, man, that's pretty danger close. Would you guys agree on that?
Yeah.
Because the speed limit back there is 80 miles an hour.
80 miles an hour, exactly.
So you're on a motorcycle. So if it's 80, y'all gonna do 100.
Easily.
Yeah, easy.
Right.
We got regular speed limit, then we got motorcycle speed. If the regular speed limit is 65, motorcycle got to do 80. It is what it is. Okay, so the second day, so we pushed from Katy. What did we shut down the second day? Did we get all the way to El Paso?
Yeah, so we was trying to get to AZ. And so what ended up happening was a crazy story. My windshield was just filthy. And we pulled over to clean my windshield because at that point it was a safety factor. I couldn't see anything. It was getting nighttime, and the lights was glaring off the bugs and everything. So I had to clean that off. A box truck came and passed us, pulled over in front of us. He had ran out of gas. So he came back there to us and asked us, could we go run to the Love Station, which was 10 miles down the street, and get him some gas. So we was a little skeptical about that, but we went on ahead, man, and went to the Love's gas station, got him some gas, came back. He filled up, he broke us off with a little love offering. But that ate in so much time, we couldn't make it to AZ. And it was getting a little dark. We really don't like riding too dark. We're riding to the light.
Yeah.
We don't like riding into the dark. So we ended up bedding down in New Mexico, somewhere in New Mexico. So I couldn't think of, I think it's Lansden, New Mexico. Really one stop town, had a gas station, a McDonald's, and a Hampton Inn. So we ended up staying there for the night.
Okay.
But yeah, so we was trying to get to Arizona, but trying to be a good Samaritan and all that kind of
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
That's
we could have made it to Arizona if it weren't for that delay that we had.
Yeah.
But you have to look out for your fellow man too, because you might get in that situation one day.
Facts. Easy.
And you might have to need somebody to help you out. So
yeah, I totally agree. I would have done the same thing. Yeah, I would have done the same thing because I'd have been there before, man. When you run out of gas, man, it's a lonely feeling out there, man, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
For a box truck though, you can only get so much gas to fit a box truck.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. I told him, I said, man, you sure you're gonna have enough, gas to get down there, the 5-10 miles you need to get to the Loves. But
he probably doing 10 miles to a gallon or 15 miles to a gallon. He ain't doing too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yep.
So y'all shut down.
They made
ahead,
it.
Mr. P.
They made it to they made it to the gas station because we was there.
Yeah, we ended up having to go there too and stop and get gas. So yeah, it all worked out.
So what did y'all stop in Los Cruces or?
No, I think it was right before La Cruces. I think it was a place called Lordstown, I believe, New Mexico. But it was right before La Cruces.
Yeah.
And we bedded down there. So
I'm trying to think of that town. I can't think of it, man. It's just you talking about right as you come across the New Mexico border from El Paso, right?
Exactly.
But before we got there, during that day, we hit some hot spots. Wasn't that the hot spot we hit?
No, that was the next day.
Oh, that was the next day we hit that hot spot. Okay, all right.
That was the next day.
Well, when you're in New Mexico, know how you know this? Y'all tell me, fellas, you don't smell nothing but pigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cattle.
Yeah.
It smell. Now, shout out to New Mexico, man. Y'all state smell. Y'all state smell nothing like nothing but livestock.
Goats and little baby calves or something. They had
homie, that is a stench when you cross New Mexico, the state line. But all you think about is barbecue.
Yeah, it was Lordsburg.
Well, Lordsburg is towards the western part of the state. Lordsburg is right before you cross over into Arizona.
Yeah, because our goal was to get to Arizona, and like I said, we would have got there, but we had to help the whole box truck thing out. So, but it was definitely achievable for us, Arizona. But everything happens for a reason, so it's all good. Yeah.
Okay, so we shut down in New Mexico. We still feeling good about ourselves. It's day 2.
Yeah.
Day 3. What was the operation? What we was trying to pull off on day 3?
Well, on day 3, when we got up that morning, because we had planned to get to LA 4 days. On day 3, when I woke up, I sent my auntie a text message. I said, "Hey, tonight I'm gonna be hugging you," and so we pushed it on in. Now that heat was something else, to be quite honest. That heat was something else. We felt it. The bikes definitely felt it. So that heat coming through that desert, and ignorance on me, I did not know California had desert like that.
Heck yeah, man.
I thought Arizona, Arizona
Heck
had
yeah.
desert. Man,
Hey, for the
had no
first
idea
for the first
California
100 miles, ain't no difference between California and Arizona at all.
not a bit. You can't tell it.
Hey, let me say this. Wait a minute. You in New Mexico and you flex it and telling your auntie we'll see you in California in a few. Who you thinking?
Hey, I saw the I saw the mileage between New Mexico and where she lived at, and I was like, man, we can do that. We can pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
And it was we did it, but Lord
Yeah.
knows that heat was trying to do
Did
everything.
y'all took y'all took it all the way from New Mexico to LA
Yes, sir.
the
Yes, sir.
third day?
Yes.
Sir.
Man,
Yep.
was I tripping?
Yeah, no, man. We did it in
Yeah.
3 days, man. We left Lawrenceburg at 7:22 a.m. and we got to the Santa Monica Pier at 5:34 p.m.
Man, y'all ain't nothing to play with, man. Y'all ain't nothing to play with.
And we stopped. We stopped twice. We had to stop twice.
Yeah.
No, we ain't stopped at one time. We had stopped one time for heat. Man, we went through this hot pocket. I'm telling you, it was just like you running in 80 and 90 degree weather temperature, and then you hit 115 degrees, 110 degrees or something. I mean, that heat was something else. And we was in that stuff about I reckon about 3 miles. We had to run that. And then the that heat was so bad, it burnt my leg. Not burn it bad, but I can still feel that burn right now on my leg. And that was hot. And our motorcycles ran hot. And my temperature hand went from normal to up there for one tack from the red. And I pulled up to Travis and told Travis, I said, look, we have to pull over. And he looked down at his and we pulled on over, and we waited. We ain't waiting no more than about less than 5 minutes, and the temperature hand went back down to normal.
Yeah.
So we took off again, and he said if it don't hit red, we're gonna keep on going because we probably hit a hot spot again, and we did. And we ran on through that, but the temperature hand was still up there close to red.
Yeah.
And we kept on going. Then we run out of it, and then she come back down to normal. But there was some. I'm telling you, there's some hot spots there. I never seen one thing like that before.
Hey, Mr. P, I'm sitting there looking at this picture now. You got you a tan.
Yeah, I got a
You
tan.
got you a tan now.
I got a
I'm sitting
turbo
there looking
tan.
at.
But
Hey, I'm sitting there looking at. Yeah.
It's another thing. Make sure. I'm gonna say we had suntan lotion, and I use that too. I use suntan lotion too, but I still got a tan. That don't stop you from not getting tan, but it'll stop you from getting burnt all up and everything.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I use that suntan lotion, and I advise anybody who going out there, please get them some good suntan lotion put on. Don't feel like you're big or you too big or you too proud to use suntan lotion because it works.
Not only would it get you, Mr. P, I'm say your wrists if you're not wearing say the longer sleeve shirts like this to protect your wrists. Because even if you're wearing the Cool Max shirts, a lot of times, your sleeves get the flying up in the air and you will get a tan on your wrists. I see. Right. I'm looking at Travis, and I'm looking at you got some type of neck collar around your neck.
Yeah, so like you, I wear like the UV protectant, neck collar, neck face mask, and I kind of run it all the way up to the bridge of my nose, and that kind of protects my face and everything. And I wear like the arm guards also, because on my shirts, like you was talking about, the wind do blow them up. So those arm guards, they kind of UV protecting also, and they kind of keep that from burning up and catching a dark tan on that also. So
because
that heat was nothing to play with. I mean,
yeah,
you couldn't put your legs anywhere. I mean,
yeah,
put them on the highway pegs, they burning up. You put them on, your foot pegs, they burning up. So I mean, and then it's hot when it's cooler with your face mask down than up, because it's just like, man, it's like you open your face mask, it's like you in an oven, man. It's like a blowtorch, man. It's just 90 miles, 95 miles of that hot air just hitting you dead in your face. So I pretty much kept I wear a modular helmet, but I pretty much kept it the whole time down, just to keep that heat out. And there was a considerable amount of difference in the temperature when it was down than when it was up. I mean, it was almost just like somebody just had a blowtorch just right on your face. So
yeah, I agree with you. D Bell said, "What tips have you learned by watching this show, or did you apply to your ride?" I don't know if you guys were familiar with the podcast before making a ride. Was this a podcast that you're familiar with?
Yeah. I listen to you, and I listen to Big Sale too. So I got to shout out him.
Okay. Shout out to Big Sale
Yeah,
FHO Atlanta.
yeah. And I remember, man, one time he said, man, if you hydrating, if you wait until the day before or the day you leave to hydrate,
Oh, you done? Yeah,
you waited a week too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you done wasted time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I took a lot of tips from him as far as like packing. I remember he was saying, like, you had one bag that you pack for the road, and that's you just going to that, and then you have one when you going where you're going,
you get to your destination.
That's right, you get to that.
Yeah.
So I'll be listening to you, man. Listening to you and Big Sale and a couple of other these guys, man. It's real good ground pounders, man. I learned a lot. My father has a family friend, William Washington. He's taught me a lot. As far as like how to lead bikes down the road and things like that. But yeah, man, and that whole thing with the gas, from listening to your podcast and listening to when the people started the I-10 in Jacksonville, you're telling them about their gas stops and things like that.
Yeah.
I knew that going into my planning that pretty much from San Antonio to El Paso, that was like a dead zone as far as his gas stops. So I knew to kind of have to study and kind of how to figure out and keep in mind what gas mileage I'm getting and what gas mileage he's getting, so I can plan accordingly. So I definitely get tips from you and like Big Sale and the rest of those guys, man. So shout out to y'all for all that experience and that knowledge, and all the people that came before me for this I-10 in the end, and
were you guys hooked in on a monitoring system, like a intercom system on your Bluetooth?
Yes, we do have Cenas.
Okay,
Yeah, we got
Cenas. Okay, good stuff. Hey, for everybody out there today, man, only thing I can do is apologize 15 times over. StreamYard is doing me a terrible disservice, man. I've had enough of those guys, man. But I appreciate you guys sticking with us. We're going to soldier on, because this show to me is very, very important. And what these gentlemen have to say is really important, in their ride. It was apparent to me that you guys knew exactly what the heck you were doing. 3 days going across the country. And let's be honest, a trike is a very comfortable bike, but it doesn't get the best gas mileage on the planet. So there's multiple gas stops that you guys have to take, and the more you have to stop for gas stops, the more time it.
See, I got a trike, but I also have a tank on there, a gas tank. I had an extra gas tank installed on it when I got the trike deal.
Yeah, so his California sidecar trike, he actually has another internal gas tank that gives him an extra 3 gallons of gas. So it kind of self fills itself from the external tank. So you fill the regular gas tank up. you wait a little while, and that'll go into the external tank, and then you continue to fill the main tank back up again. So and that helps out tremendously, because some people in our club, they don't have it, and you can tell the big difference in between the two.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that. You guys just schooled me up on that.
yeah. So California Sidecar, they have an option to give an extra 3-gallon interior tank up under the seat some type of way.
Okay.
And like I said, it kind of like gravity feeds into the main tank. So
very cool. Did you guys carry external cans?
We did.
He was like, oh, okay.
We did, because we didn't have to use them at all. But I know we're pulling that trailer and everything. I'm just a little skittish. So we did have some extra gas with us, but we didn't have to use it at all. Thank goodness. So
okay.
Like I said, just planning that next gas stop out at the previous gas stop, that helps out a lot. So you're not guessing, because I have been in that situation on I-40 going through, I think, a part of Texas. And I mean, it was nothing there on 40. One time we was going to New Mexico, Albuquerque, and I turned the radio off, man. I'm sitting there talking to myself. Gas light been on for 30 miles. I just knew, I was going to run out of gas. So I said I wasn't going to never put myself in that situation again. So, yeah. So
I used to think I was the only person when I'm getting ready to run out of gas, I turn the music down.
Yeah, hey, look, turn the music down. I start praying. I start talking.
Turn the music down. You get off the phone. If you're talking to somebody, get off the phone. You turn
Serving everything. Yeah.
Hey, because it's going to be a long day.
That's right.
If you mess that up, it's getting ready to be a long day.
Right.
Hey, shout out to you, man. Hey, we ain't the only people to turn the music down. We run out of gas. Yeah. Hey, so at this point, Mr. P, how you feeling, sir? Is this the longest you've ever rode?
Yes, it is. It's the longest I ever rode.
How you gonna wait the 70s?
Well, sometimes you have other things to do, other things to accomplish, and you never get around to doing what you really want to do, but you have to do what you had to do. So I had to do other things before I could be able to ride this long distance like I did now.
Yeah.
He ain't helping out trick them to go out there neither. So.
Yeah. And when we was riding, my light came on, my gas light came on one time. Just didn't come on but one time. I don't know where we was at. And I said, I know his gas tank, I know his light had to be on. And cause mine don't come on. When mine come on, I got 3 gallons left. When my light come on, I got 3 gallons left. 3 gallons of gas left. And I don't know how much he had left when I know his light had to come on. Didn't your light come on?
Oh yeah, it had been on.
Yeah. And we were looking for gas.
So when your light come on a gold wing, what you got on miles? You got 15, 20?
They say, I think by the book it say 30.
Boy, I know it on 30. I know
it ain't no 30. With my big self and the trailer, no, it ain't no 30. It ain't no 30. But I pretty much I knew where we was going, and like I said, I had it planned out, so it was all good. I mean, I was cutting it close, but I didn't know we was gonna make it. One thing I tell everybody when I'm leading a ride, if you run out of gas, we all run out of gas. We're all on the same, all on the side of the road. One person run out of gas, everybody run out of gas.
True.
So it's my job to make that not happen. So yeah.
Hey man, I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm gonna put it out there, man. Y'all get on my nerves, man. My daddy don't even ride motorcycles, man. But I want to call my dad right now and say, Dad, I need to get you in lessons right now, and I need you to ride a bike so we can do this, man. I mean, you guys' ride was not gonna let me be great, but you guys' ride is gonna go down for me as one of the most memorable rides of the 370 in 3 years, man.
Hey, thank you, man.
It
Appreciate
was
it.
so symbolic to me, gentlemen. Let me give you a Dom DeMarco. Let me do this real quick, man. Y'all got to get a Dom DeMarco. Where my Dom DeMarco at? I got to give y'all a Dom DeMarco, man. Riders 318 and 319, man. Old man, but he ain't old. Mr. P, man, is super young. Went across the country, man. They was what the heck was y'all thinking? Man, as a matter of fact, my boy, who's he's Buffalo Soldiers out of El Paso, him and the boss. Man,
Okay.
yeah, y'all familiar with them? Hey
yeah,
man,
bro.
Big Win is my dog, man.
Yeah, I know the boat.
And we sitting there talking, man. I say, man, it's that father-son combination, bro. They will always be in my mind because they show me what you can do when you got heart.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I ain't trying to embarrass you, man. This is no hyperbole. This is what you can do.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate the opportunity. I probably say from the last 3 years of looking at your YouTube videos and Instagram and Facebook, I've been saying I really wanted to do it. So and then I said, well, this would be a perfect time, man, to do something with my dad.
Yeah.
And when we crossed over into California and took the picture in California, I asked him, I said, you ever thought you'd be on a motorcycle riding to California? He said, no, I ain't think I'd be in a car riding to California. So I'm happy, man, that I could give him that experience, man. I'm just happy he was in a good enough health. I was in a good enough health to make this happen. And we went out there. Thank you to my auntie, Brenda, and her sons and family and everything for hosting us out there in LA for a whole week. Once we got there, so it just all worked out perfectly, man. Perfect.
Let me see if I can pull that photo up, man. Man, I tell you what, I'm finna call my dad right now. We finna do something great. Bump that. Hey, Dad, get your behind up. We finna do something great. Look at this, man. Look at this, brother. Man, this better be a painting somewhere in the house, man.
You know what?
My
aunt said that. She was like, you need to blow it up and frame it up and put it up. So we're in the process of getting that done.
Yeah. And I told you I was gonna stick my feet in the water, right?
Did you get your feet in the water, Mr. P?
I got my feet in the water, brother.
All right now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did the Pacific Ocean feel any different than the Atlantic Ocean?
Colder. It's colder. The water's colder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, man, it's funny how that temperature changed, man. So that day, the highest temperature I was checking, it was 118 coming through that desert. And then by the time, within a matter of 2 hours of riding, it felt like it was 80. I think it was low 80s. So, So, hey, it was amazing. It was an amazing trip, man. Like I said, shout out to you, man, and your vision and everything you're doing with this I-10 to the end, man. This is awesome.
Well, I appreciate that, man. But I remember, and I know I can't keep us too much longer, but I remember when you called me, the wife and I were sitting on the patio and we talked. I think it was like on a Sunday or something like that. I know I was off from work when we talked, and me and you had a good conversation. You said, "Hey, Sarge, I'm a register my dad," and I'm like, but when you said that it didn't register until we saw the registration, they were like, really? I was like,
yeah. Like I said, it's been something I wanted to do, and then I said, well, I'm gonna drag him along with me. But
the first thing I told my wife was, hey, I got to be here for this. What my schedule look like? What does my schedule look like? I got to be here for this one. Because sometimes you see history being made. Sometimes you truly see history being made. And gentlemen, you guys truly made history, man. And you made it look way too easy. You
Thank
made
you.
it look
Thank you. I
so.
appreciate
So
it.
that tells me that you gentlemen were really prepared. It was a real professional run, and I'm gonna let it go. Like, man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you guys the final floor before we shut this thing down. If you don't mind, oh man, I'm gonna let you start it off first. What's your final takeaways from this ride, and what would you like the audience to know? And when you're done, we're gonna turn it over to Mr. P, and we'll close up. So, ready, set, go. It's on you guys. Have at it.
Well,
Um,
the thing that really amazed me was that the stamina that I had going out there. Uh, that after that first day, I figured I don't know if I can be able to make this or not. I didn't say nothing to him because I didn't want to bring him down. But after we got going good, everything went away from my mind of negative thoughts. All they had then was positive thoughts, all the way into California. So if what I'm trying to say is that if you think you can't do it, you go ahead on and try it anyway, and then it might come out and turn out being the best thing you ever done. So, and that's what my thought is, that if you got something to do, go ahead on and do it. If you don't have your mind into it, don't do it. If you have your mind into it, do it, and keep to it, and keep it doing what you're doing, and you'll be good to go.
I totally agree. Well said. Hey, if you don't think you can do it, you ain't got no business out there. You know. What are you thinking, old man? What are you thinking?
hey, first of all, man, I just want to say I'm super proud of my father, man. Um, I know that going out there, and actually when we finished, he was like, "Man, I wonder who got the record for the oldest person that ever did it." I said, "It might be you. I ain't for sure." But I'm so proud of him, man. He was a trooper. He never complained. He dealt with that heat, man, and I could tell he was beat down. At the end of the day when we get to the bed, got to the hotel room. But he soldiered through it, man. I'm so proud of him. I love him to death. I just glad I could give him that experience. I just just something I could do for him, for supporting me all my life and being the best father I know. And the second part of that is, I probably tell anybody who plans on doing this and doing it with a group, you probably want to have that honest conversation, before. So if their bike is not good, or if it's not up to par, if they aren't up to par, you probably just want to go ahead and tell them up front, man, this ride ain't for you, because you got to have your body together, you got to have that bike together. Because if not, man, you just set yourself up to fail. With that heat, it can make a man out of you for sure, man. Your bike and yourself. So be prepared for that. And I would probably say, hey, going on any long trip, not even I-10 to the end. Hey, man, watch these YouTube videos. A lot of knowledge on these YouTube videos, man.
Tons
A
of
lot
it.
of people out here, man, who the famous ones and the average Joes like me, man, who are on these YouTube videos and giving suggestions and things like that. And you don't have to take all of them.
Right.
That's what I do. I listen to a ton of them, and then I kind of pick and choose which ones I would like to implement, or which things I would like to try. So I might take a little bit from you, take a little bit from Big Sale, take a little bit from Snowman or whoever.
Yeah.
Make my own recipe, right? Whatever works for me. And I probably suggest you do that too, man. There's a lot of knowledge on it. There's a lot of trash out here on YouTube too. Let me put that out there.
That too. Yeah.
But you will see the real from the fake after you start watching these videos.
If you watch long enough, you'll be able to differentiate between the good stuff from the junk. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I like about the platform, really, man, is we're just a bunch of motorcycle riders, man. Nobody's claiming to be the best of the best. We're just motorcycle riders, and we're collecting receipts, and we're showing you from our good, our bad, our ugly mistakes that we make, good things that we do, things that we wish we would have done better, man. And that's what I love about the whole thing is motorcycle riders loving on each other, man, for the beauty of motorcycle riding. So, gentlemen, let's do this, man. Let's take it into home, man. Final words before we shut this.
Daddy, you can go.
My
What you got?
final word is that I appreciate the Sarge for everything you did for us. I appreciate the ride, and the experience was out of this world. You unless you do it, you will never understand how good the feeling is until you go from one to the other end. Some people telling me that man, I wouldn't have rode that for nothing, not on no motorcycle. Well, if you never did it, you never experience what it felt like, and it felt real good. And I would do it again, but I don't think it'd be tomorrow. But I'd do it again. And I just want to make everybody understand that it's never too old to do anything. You can do anything, no matter how old you are, if you just give it a try. That's mine.
Well, let me say this, Mr. P. You making me feel like I got a world ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you making me feel like. If Mr. P said it, then damn it, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go do it, man. You know, this time. This time coming behind you guys, I had the opportunity to run an 80 for the first time, going across top and going across the 80 into Northern California. And fellas, this must be my sign to just shut up and let you guys talk, man. Oh man, what you got, man? Before we shut
Hey,
down,
nothing, man.
I'm
Look, man.
miserable, man. I'm
Hey, look.
miserable.
I just want to thank you, man, for all the contributions you have been giving to the set for all these years, man.
Mm.
And I just want to tell anybody, hey, man, don't be scared to do it. Just prepare yourself, prepare your bikes, and hey, man, give it a try. You know,
That's
like I
what's
said,
up.
if you are prepared, hey, man, most likely, man, you can make this happen. And like you got 7 days to do it. Everybody might can't do it in 2 or 3 days or 4 days, you know what I mean? But hey, take your time, ride your ride, and at the end of the whole thing, man, tell your journey and whatever that is. So, man, once again, hey, thank y'all, everybody who out there prayed for us, who was thinking of us along the way. I want to thank you and your wife, man, for what y'all have done,
Yes.
Yeah.
for everything, you know, for the whole
She's
motorcycle.
on now listening. She's listening. Yeah.
Yeah, so just want to thank you, man. And like I said, man, hey, if y'all trying to do it, prepare yourself and do it, man. It's fun, and it's definitely worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. Riders 318 and 319, man. Mr. P and old man, the Buffalo Soldiers, man. It was the Father's Day edition, man. Just went through I-10 to the end. Gentlemen, God bless.
All right, thanks, Pod.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Appreciate your wife, man. Appreciate the community, man. Y'all have a good one.
Yes.
Hey, gentlemen, because of guys like you, we're going to be better motorcycle runners, man. I'm
Thank,
sorry, better motorcycle riders. And I think my computer has bronchitis and I have bronchitis. But we going to get fixed, man.
Hey, get
God
well
bless you
soon, man.
guys.
Get well
yeah.
All
soon.
right. Thank you,
Sarge,
gentlemen.
I want to thank you again and your
Yes,
beautiful
sir.
wife for
I
everything y'all
appreciate
done.
you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, sir.
All right.
God bless. We'll talk to you guys soon, man.
Okay.
Y'all take care, man. Much love.
All right,
Much
Buffalo
brother.
love to you
Soldiers,
too.
man. We'll
Yes,
see you.
sir.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Hey, man, there you have it. Riders 318 and 319, man. I-10 to the end. It was the Father's Day edition, man. Mr. P, an old man, came across, made it look really, really easy. I'm going to kill this stream today, man, because I am so disappointed with StreamYard. I don't know what to do, man. So we're going to kill a show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show today, and I apologize for a lot of the technical difficulties, man. I really wish I would have been able to do a quality show for you guys today, but I think you guys So in the meantime, in between time, man, let's keep it motorcycling. You dig? Peace.
Hey now, it's your girl Piper. The 2024